This stream is brought to you by... Have you ever been misunderstood? A puppy in a rage monster's body? Well, we here at Trollocs Lives Matter believe there is a human inside all of us. And
they were effectively genetically engineered war tools.
TLM, because even
nightmare fuel
needs love too. And maybe a hug. Wheel of Time, you say? I have no idea. But I do love this chair. It's great. Ooh, what's that? Hey, a pine cone. Smells delightful. Let's get that out of here. Let's go. Man, my own bones are aching. I like going for a walk. Hey, that's a birdie. Look at that up there. I like birdies. Oh, what's that over there in the forest? Oh, you know what I could really go with? A tree hug. Wonderful.
Could be a record. That counts. How long? Keep doing it.
Hello. This is Big Game James Worthy of the Los Angeles Lakers, and I've seen a lot of great teams, but I've never seen fans like this. Will of Time fans. Don't stop believing. You're built something special, and I'm standing with you. Let's bring it back. Hashtag save WOT. Continued success.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
Hey, look, it's a plane. Whoa, what's that say? Save wheel of crime? Stay woke? What? Brave a wheel of cake? Shave works? Suave wheat of cream? Shad walk? Starve weeping slime? Shorts are okay? Rave all the time? Shave the warts? I can't see. I can't see what it says. I don't understand. Somebody help. I'm lost. Help me, please. Save me. Karakan! Hello. Is everything working? I don't even know. We'll see in a second. Is my mic working? My sound seems to be working. I'm all alone tonight, so I don't have anybody to help me except for you all crazy peeps in chat. What's up, Sherry? Late to the party. I'll miss this one, but have fun. Of course, I missed the wild live stream. Yeah, the wild live stream. I didn't see it coming either. Late to the party. It was a interesting one. Very interesting. What's up, Nick? What's up, Fadian? TLM indeed, Alex. What's up, John? So, any SPLC paid spies in chat? Let's keep the dream of season 4 alive. Maybe Rafe could come back and direct the animated series. Pick up where he left. Yeah, the animated series. Sure. Oh man. What's up? TJ. We're talking about finishing Dresden here shortly, at least 12 months, and then getting back on track. So now that I'm starting to feel a little better. So we'll see. So hopefully that happens here soon, Mr. You were here for that whole wild live stream, egging it on, my friends. What can I say? By the way, last Sunday was the Shatner on stage with Wrath of Khan screening. He was hilarious. Talked about how he pranked DeForest and Leonard. Great time. It's too bad he's sort of all over the place. Shatner is a legend, but oh shit, I don't have that going either. Hold on. Sorry. I forgot to do a whole bunch. I always forget to do a whole bunch of shit when I'm by myself. Oh well. But yeah, I don't know if I'm jumping the gun here, but
Well, you didn't play the DJ clip. That is not my clip. That is somebody else's clip who is not here. You can probably expect that clip every time that Salty comes around now. It's just gonna probably be his thing. I have no idea. I have no idea where it came from. I have no idea how it started or how we got where we were. It was yeah, it was pretty wild, I guess. I don't know. It was yeah, yeah, it was a wild one. I didn't expect it was out of left field, and then all of a sudden, away we went, right? So sometimes you just have to hold on and see where things take you, right? But yeah, so all of a sudden, like, so you guys, I have a few of them in here. There's clips everywhere. I'm gonna have to go through some of them, but all of a sudden we're getting a bunch of press about the Wheel of Time being back, and yeah, so I figured it was time to try and check some of it out. And then on top of all of this, what the fuck? Jesus Christ, there's a lot of them. Oh, I still need to watch that too. What the whole Sanderson's why adaptations fail thing? I haven't seen that yet. I need to figure out see if that's worth watching live or if that's just a bunch of bullshit. So I have a fuck ton of articles here all of a sudden about Wheel of Time again. But I think the biggest one, I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure if I'm jumping the gun yet, but I did not see what. Yeah, I had no idea where that was. We had fun, so look, it was a weird one. We had some laughs and we moved on. That's all. Yeah. So if you're wondering, go watch the last stream. It was a little bit crazy, but what I am referring to is apparently there is, and I'll find it, but apparently, because it's not quite out yet, but apparently there is a Wheel of Time tabletop game coming out, and Narg has been feeding me some info because Narg always seems to be in the know because Narg is Narg. So I was gonna wait till a little bit more info came out to talk about it, but there's some stuff out about it already, and figured now the trailer. I don't know. Has anybody seen this trailer for this new tabletop game for Wheel of Time that's coming out? The big question for me was, and of course, talking to the lads, was how did they get rights to do any of this? And apparently it's supposed to be independent of iWatt, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So if there's a digital tabletop version of the Wheel of Time game, you should play it on stream. I have no idea right now. I have no idea if this is going to be worth even following. I mean, I want to see what it's not live yet on Kickstarter yet. I'm not a big board game person at all, so it's a big meh for me. Yeah. Well, that seems to be. I mean, the tabletop thing seems to be. I don't know, the big thing, because there's a Carl board game coming out too. There's the Stormlight game. There's a Terraria game. There's all kinds of shit coming out on tabletop games, which I'm not sure. I guess it's just another way to get collectibles, I guess, is why they're doing it. It could be the greatest board game of all time. Yeah, well, board games take a long time, right? Because well, hell, my son is a big Terraria fan, and so we got this board game, right? And the board game on the instruction says it takes 45 minutes to play. It's been set up on our table downstairs. We played like for several hours over the weekend, last weekend. It's still set up on the table, and we still got several hours to go. It's like, I don't know who's playing these games in 45 minutes, but these games take days to play, right? But this is so. First things first. Before I will go to the Kickstarter page here in a second, and then I'm gonna, Nargaby have a conversation going on X as well. So, and then we'll look at some articles talking about this fake cartoon series and fake game and fake movie that's coming out. I'm not sure why we think going from live action to cartoon is a step forward. It's actually a step backwards. In Hollywood, I think animated movies and stuff should not be looked down at as much as they are, but they are. Going from a live action series to a cartoon is a step backwards in the eyes of Hollywood. That card game apparently has changed its name 3 times, Kane, and is still in production. Yeah, so they're all like mini D&Ds, it seems like. But yeah, so guys, I will play the trailer for you here and tell me if this gets you hyped for this game, because yeah, if you haven't seen it, then here you go. Here we go.
Rises once again. This is
I don't know why they chose this person for the voiceover, but it's not a very good choice. But maybe it's all they had.
it's not the beginning. Because there are no beginnings nor endings to the turning of the wheel of time.
Clank and Dune Imperium. Robert Jordan's global phenomenon.
Beginning. Let the dragon ride again on the winds of time.
Because we all seem to be, for some reason, infatuated with Bella and fucking Hopper. Of course, we have to have a Bella and Hopper card. Apparently, that's it. That's their promo trailer to get people to go. So you got a bunk Dragon Banner, which, sorry, I'm gonna call that out because you guys know how I feel about Dragon Banners. I can't get a fucking Dragon Banner, man. Just can't get it. So I was gonna that was what I was gonna check out. I was gonna check out the whole Dune Imperium thing, because apparently it was apparently this company has a good they have a good reputation for making these things. So maybe that's a point on their side, because it seems like you guys know about Dune Imperium already. Dune Imperium is fun, but it's complicated, and you have to have a touch of the map game autism to enjoy it. Okay, so it's really complicated. Yeah. The old card game at least had some good art. Which card? Oh, are you talking? Oh, what's up, CA? What's up, Leanne? How are you? Yeah, the trailer's terrible. It takes weeks to learn the rules of Dune Imperium. I haven't played it, but my friends have. So that's fucking crazy. I'm sorry. So it's extremely niche. It sounds like. All right. So that's it. So that's it for the trailer. So it's not live yet, to be fair. So the initial artwork isn't terrible either. So like this initial artwork, I don't think it's terrible. So I mean that's also. So I'm not sure about Rand. I'm not sure about Rand, but at least he's taller than everybody. But you know, overall it looks pretty good. It looks better than the fucking show. I haven't, no. uh, so the thing that has me a little bit worried, I'll show you here in a bit, here in a second here. Let's see here. Dire Wolf. I wonder if what is it? Dune Imperium, is that what it's called? Whatever the hell Clank is. So the Dune one isn't on here. So that's pretty big. That's not bad. $500,000. They funded their first game they made. So they have that. They got this. I don't know where Dune Imperium is almost $1 million on that one. So, you know, at least it looks like they're somewhat good at making these games. So, you know, I think I'm sort of at this point where I have to see when they launch it to see where it is, to see what we're looking at. Dune Imperium. Where did it get funded? Do you know? Did they just get it? Like, was that a Kickstarter as well? No, that's not it. So I'm not sure. I was gonna try and see how. Looks like there's a video game for that too. Dune Imperium. So, well, not sure. So, yeah, I mean, you guys seem to know more than I do about Dune Imperium. Well, that's always the problem, right, Kane? That is always the problem, right? Is hey Teresa, how are you? So did they got a few more cards down here? So there's Gaul. He's you know, so the artwork seems to be on point, at least for the most part. Shiriam's actually got red hair. Herod Fell, there he is. He actually looks like, how about that? Herod Fell. Bait and Chied are redhead white girls from, wow. And so is Gaul. Well, Gaul's not a white girl. He's a white guy with red hair. So, you know, so it's one of those things that it seems to be ignoring everything to do with anything else, which we can hope for. I'm sort of at the point where, like, depending on how much it costs when it comes out, if they are ignoring all of the bullshit that the show was promoting, which is all the changes to basically changing everything, then, you know, if they're ignoring anything of modern Wheel of Time, then maybe it's worth just supporting because, well, it's going against the bullshit, right? I mean, you obviously got looks like that's a Matt statue. I'm assuming that's Perrin. He's got an axe. He's got a moon-bladed axe with a spike on it. How about that? Fucking crazy. And I'm assuming that's Rand. I don't know if that's a Dark Hound. I would assume that's a Dark Hound. And I am not sure who that is, but maybe because it's gray, it's a Forsaken type. I'm not sure. But yeah, so it only says it's launching soon. You know, it'd be nice if we had a concrete date, but the problem is here's the problem. Now, I'm hoping I can just judge this on what comes out, right? I'm hoping that when it launches, I can just judge it on what this looks like. I'm definitely, you know, not backing shit until I see it. The thing that could screw all this up is things like this. Because Narg's right. Right? So, this is where certain people, you're not helping. And you didn't need to shut up. So I want to read what Narg said first. Narg says, no shade directed at this new board game, but this quote by Sarah is gold, pure gold. Let us not forget she also championed the recent TCG Heroes of the Forsaken. This is a license, folks. We're proud of the work they've done, and of course there was a TV show thingy. So apparently they licensed it from Iwat. Fans can. This is a Sarah Nakamura quote. So you know the girl that pretends to be a champion for Wheel of Time. Thank you for the 99-cent rose super chat. Thank you very much, Teresa, as always. Apparently it's supposed to take place from Shadow Rising to the end, the board game. I have no idea any details about the game yet. So I have not anything that's out right now. I've seen, you've seen. It's just the picture and the little bit of art that's out. It is interesting that they got their Dune game sold right through Amazon / etc. And the game is back on Kickstarter. And this game is back on Kickstarter. I don't know. So this is a quote from Sarah that Narg found. Fans can tell the difference between a product and a labor of love. This is the latter. Scott, Joe, and the Direwolf team approached Robert Jordan's world the way it deserves to be approached, with lots of reading and real affection for details. From who gives a fuck? I'm sorry. I am so tired of Bella and Hopper. Fuck off. You throw shade at me all you want. I'm tired of Bella and Hopper. Can we get something right first? Can we get like something that matters right first? Maybe Hopper. I'm so tired of Bella. Fuck off, Bella. Fuck Bella. Bella is turned into fucking Baby Yoda for me. I'm so tired of hearing about Bella. The fucking piece of shit horse. I don't care. To the deep cuts for character cards. You've seen, unless you've seen, like, I don't trust you. To the board itself, every piece of the game reflects people who care fervently about the books. That's the kind of work I came into this role to champion. You came into this role to get paid for some fucking reason. What's up?
There was just something labeled in the freezer that said it was supposed to be for 23rd.
What is it?
Like a thing of pork.
What? No, I got it on the 23rd.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I have the expiration date.
No. I got it for that. I got it. That's the day I bought it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Easton trying to not get us all sick. So I'm tired. I'm tired of hearing about fucking Bella, and I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I'm tired of hearing about Bella. At least Hopper's a fucking character. Bella's a fucking horse. I'm tired of it. The stupid Bella joke. I'm just over it. Sorry. Sorry. I just so fucking Bella jokes. Ugh. Now it's deep cut is such a weird way to describe Wheel of Time characters to me. They all get great. They all get chapters. Well, This is, you got to remember who is saying this. This is the person that has defended and championed, for lack of a better term, the fucking show, which is what Narg is saying here, right? You've also championed. Let me see if I can find it. Here is it now called Heroes and Forsaken? We've also championed this game, which has gone over 3 different names, 4 different development companies. It's just literally just some just random art, and we've slapped Heroes Forsaken and Heroes on it, and yeah, and yay. And yay, there's now it's a card game. Yay. Like, this is just slop. So these are the projects that you're backing. Is this, when this is out, is this the thing that you're gonna say is the video game that is in all these trailers? All these trailers saying there's going to be cartoon movies and cartoon series. Is that what it is? It's going to be this shit. This is the video game that's coming out, instead of the fake MMO that you keep trying to tell everybody that's going to come out. I'll believe it when I see it. I don't foresee when I see a single person channeling a spell in an open world. I'll believe that we're going to get a fucking I'll believe we're getting a video game, an MMO. But until then, I don't see it. I can't do Tony Soprano voice. I'm sorry. Bella was a great horse. She carried an Amerlin out of the 2 rivers. She helped save the Hornblower in this house. Bella is a hero. Bella's just a horse. Bella would have died if Rand didn't fucking save her. So there, okay, that's the truth. Bella would have made fucking nowhere if it wasn't for Rand pushing her ass. So Bella had a little help. Sorry, I'm so tired. I don't care. I'm so tired of Bella. Bella's just a horse. Bella's a horse that got a little bit of fucking got some 1 power shoved up her ass so she didn't die. That's Bella's legacy. I'm trying to imagine what a deeper cut character would be, like some Carahian Lord or Cess Lady. It's not Gaul or Julian. I don't know. From the Shadow Rising to End means it will be a 4 times Empire management, explore, expand, exploit, exterminate, with a pandemic like Dark One AI big bad and that all the players need to overcome last battle. I don't know. I mean, it's a tabletop game, so I don't know how much of that's gonna, I don't know if there's gonna be someone that needs to be in the like dungeon master role or so I don't know. So it's ironic, getting that comment from her, considering all the damage, everything that Iwat and her have championed in that shit show, and that shit game, and pretty much anything they touched when it comes to Wheel of Time. The other thing is apparently this. I was talking back and forth with them about how they got the licensing to do this, and apparently this is one of the guys working on it. I'm here from the Kickstarter. How much freedom have you been given to you all by iWatt? They have been notoriously bad at handling the IP. Apparently, Direwolf Games Discord admin, they're giving us wide latitude on the game, and we have a great working relationship with the folks handling the art and the asset approvals. So, did they cycle out people? Because it's sort of, it's like, so it makes me wonder a lot of things, because this art, does anything here remind you of anything that has come out of iWatch Studios for the Wheel of Time? I just like Bella because it shows you can supercharge a horse with the 1 power, and no one noticed, probably because they were past the uses of horses of the Age of Legends. Yeah, Bella was a means to an end. That's it. Bella is an okay horse that got supercharged. That's it. It sort of makes sense. I think iWatch gives a lot of latitude to everyone because they don't give a shit about the. I mean, I think that's what it comes down to, right? Is like, I wonder if like iWatch basically like, well, they want to make a tabletop game. I don't care. maybe they have no confidence in this being profitable, right? Maybe they have no confidence in this, so they're just like, let them do what they want. I guess. Excuse me. I guess that's could be. I guess, right? Which would be great for them, right? If they, right? If they actually care about how close this is to the books, and iWatch leaves them alone to do it, that's good. Since iWatch basically proven, if they have any involvement in a Wheel of Time project, it's going to not be Wheel of Time, and it's going to fail. I mean, that's all iWatch's proven right now with their handling of the Wheel of Time property, is that they don't know how to handle it. So if they've given these guys carte blanche to do the artwork, and they're just sort of nodding them through on approvals, right? That could be a good thing. Now, I wish their promo trailer was better. The promo trailer was just not, like, there's nothing there. Oh my God, what is this? Sorry, you threw a bunch of articles in here. After the Wheel of Time's cancellation, I'm really worried about long-running sci-fi series that will be next. That'd be great. Why did that open up in? Maybe the Direwolf guys are super faithful book fans. Who knows? Maybe Sarah will not. Well, I don't think Sarah's got anything. So let me read. It's the Sarah comment is just ironic because it's completely absent-minded of what they have been doing with the IP since they've had it, and since she's been involved, which is just destroy it. Sarah, like her making a comment on anything is it doesn't look, you know, they want to probably try and avoid any connection to iWatch or her or anybody involved with the show or anybody involved with iWatch. A good strategy for them would be distancing themselves from that part of, you know, you gave us the license, thank you. You're approving our artwork, thank you. Keep approving our artwork, and now just stay out of our way, please. We don't need any encouragement from you. We don't need any comments from you. We don't need anything from you. Just let us do what apparently they do good, which is make board games. If the Dune Imperium thing and the other two games that they've made or any indication, right? I mean, tabletop game getting 500,000 and close to 1 million. That's pretty darn good, I think, for an unknown property, for a new property, whatever that Clank thing is. And then Dune Imperium, it sounds like from what you guys have said, sounds like that is well liked. I mean, it's been turned into a video game as well. So just they need to the best news for these guys at Direwolf would be that they just leave them alone. They get whatever they get for the deal. IWAT probably gets a So IWAT probably gets a cut either way from the revenue, regardless of the profits, or if the first money shares of the profits. Yeah, who knows what the deal is? If they get a chunk of the end of the Kickstarter money, or if they paid them up front for who knows what their deal was, but it's all I'm basically saying is it's in the Direwolf's best interest for IWAT and anybody involved with IWAT to stay away from this. The less you attach yourself to the existing Wheel of Time IP properties, which are the shows and well, I guess it's the show and that stupid fucking card game on Steam. The further they distance themselves from that, the better it is for them, because it shows they're not affiliated with them, and that what they're trying to make is different from the trash that they made. And then, of course, you're going to have the pretenders. I don't even know what to call them. That have been carrying the show's water for all this time, jumping in and talking about how faithful and great this is and blah 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 blah. And it's like, well, I thought faithfulness didn't matter. Like you guys like the show, so what do you care about it actually looking like the Wheel of Time? You don't give a shit about that. So I'm interested to see where this goes. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah. So let them cook board games. Community love Dune Imperium. So it's like, so that's like I said, I was going to wait till it launched before I really said anything, but I wasn't sure if you guys had heard of it or if you guys knew anything. It sounds like you guys know more than me. Obviously, that's not a hard gap to fill, but if these guys know what they're doing with board games, which it seems like they do, if IWAT can stay out of their way, maybe we have something that actually is Wheel of Time like on the market, which would be cool, right? It would be cool to have some, the mat. I mean, the figures look pretty good. The mat figure looks pretty good. The Rand figure looks pretty good. I mean, the figures look like they're well done. The mat. And what you can see of the mat, it was mostly in the video. The mat, the game mat looks pretty cool. Is definitely Randland, so that's good. And these 6 example cards are book accurate, so that's another good thing. So from what little we have here to go on, it could be encouraging. Again, the artwork looks pretty solid so far, so I'm assuming is that Nynaeve? Wait, is that Nynaeve? Which one's who? So we got Matt, Lan, Moraine, obviously, Rand, Tom, Perrin. Is that Nynaeve and that's Egwene? Yeah, because the braid. Yeah, that's Egwene. So that's Egwene, that's Nynaeve, and then you got Loyal that actually is taller than everybody. How about that? Who knew? Who knew that Loyal wasn't bigger than everybody? I thought it was the same size as everybody. So I everything that IWAT says they're making is basically the California high speed. Yeah, exactly. They're taking in investors and then not making anything. Yeah, the California high speed rail. Yeah, like Yeah, California. That's a great example since it's never being made. So yeah, it's a very fair comparison. It's an extremely good comparison because that thing, man, that thing is never getting made. So let me check this out here. I have. Speaking of things never being made, we have a few things that have been shared with me. Let's see if I can find them. I'll bring up a few of them, and I will let you guys choose. How about that? We haven't done this in a while. Why is it doing? I need. My computer's all fucked up. That's okay. That's one. What the fuck? All right. Oh God, these are gonna be wonderful. Where was that one? All right, I got 3 of them. I know there's more, but here we'll start with these. If you guys don't like any of these, I'll move on to something else. So, oh man, hey, what's up, SB? They're still pretending, brother. They're still pretending. That's the funny thing. They are still pretending that they're making a video game. Oh, it sounds like it's going to get funded regardless, just because if you look back at the other 2 games they've made, those got funded easily. So they seem to have the Direwolf game seems to have a running fan base of people. So I think it's probably going to get funded regardless of anything else. Just it seems like they have a loyal fan base. So I think the thing is going to get funded regardless. I just hope it's actually, we'll see when it launches. I'll be looking for launch. Hopefully, once the thing launches, we can get on the bandwagon and be happy with what they're producing. That would be the best thing, was if something that comes out that I can actually be like, oh hey, that is actually a Wheel of Time looking product. It's not some bullshit that is just using the name and trying to steal the popularity and not earn it. So we have after the Wheel of Time cancellation, I'm really worried about this long-running sci-fi series will be next. We also have Wheel of Time confirmed return sets up an insane fantasy rivalry. And we have Prime Video's 3-part fantasy series is one of the best of any streaming platform. Yeah. I'm leaning towards this one because it's just full of cope and retardedness. Yeah, Josh's blank face is the perfect screenshot for this one. Wheel of Time's confirmed return sets up an insane fantasy rivalry. What confirmed return are we talking about? I think we just have to go through this one, because I'm assuming confirmed return. They're talking about the made up cartoon movie and show that is a figment of people's imagination at this point. I don't know. It's so weird, right? It's like when did it? Wheel of Time franchise is fortunately returning with new installments, and this time around, it might end up locking horns with another epic fantasy. Wheel of Prime cut its Wheel of Time TV adaptation short, thank God, by canceling it after only 3 abysmal seasons that had nothing to do with the Wheel of Time. While it is arguable how good the Wheel of Time show was compared to no, it's not arguable. It's terrible. Well, compared to other fantasy shows, I mean, it's just bad. They're all bad. So I guess just throw them all in a trash heap. The show was started. No, it wasn't. That's a lie. It wasn't showing any blah blah blah. Unfortunately, Prime Video will seemingly stick to its decision. That's not unfortunate. Thank God they aren't bringing it back. However, the Wheel of Time is still set to return to the screens in different capacities and potentially compete with another massive fantasy franchise. Both Wheel of Time and oh my God, here we go. This one sort of I can't believe it's invoking the Cosmere. Okay, both Wheel of Time and Cosmere Universe books are getting TV and movie adaptations. One of them is this is not. After the live action Wheel of Time show cancellation, franchise reportedly all set to return soon with an animated series, a new video game, and an animated movies. Vu Initiate Entertainment's Anthony Borges and iWatch CEO Rick Selvig and Larry they're not even going to say Mandragon or whatever. They're just going to say Larry. The two guys that have been great at producing nothing. Yeah. Are together working on a project promising that the live action show cancellation will not end the on-screen franchise. Well, maybe it should. Maybe it's time for you guys to realize that you need to pass it on to somebody who actually knows what the fuck they're doing. Yeah, everybody knows who Larry is. Yeah, he's the other clown in charge of iWatt. You guys have had it this long. Maybe it's time to realize that it's time to just cash out, sell it, and give somebody else a shot at making something, because you guys have no idea what the fuck you're doing. If we dilute hard enough, we might get season 4. Mondragon card revoked. Yeah, fuck. I can't believe that dude took Mondragon for a stage name. What a ugh. Interestingly, Wheel of Time is not the only fantasy literary series that's getting both movie and TV adaptations in the future. Highly questionable whether I believe that this is happening or not. They do not have a good record of actually following up with any of that. So it's all very, very. Yeah, I love how it's just like these guys are talking about this like it's a foregone conclusion. Nothing's been made yet. Nothing's been shown yet. Nobody's been signed on to it yet. It's all just the same old talk from the two people that have been talking about making Wheel of Time shit and not doing anything about it for years. Brandon Sanderson's Cosmere Universe books have also been picked up by Apple TV for both movie and TV adaptations. The exact nature of these adaptations remains unknown, but they will likely get live-action treatment. Fans of Sanderson work now. Who cares? Yeah, duh. With both the fantasy franchises now, like with both the they're talking. Oh my! This whole talk of them talking like it's like it's happening, and they have a date and they've seen footage. It's like you haven't seen shit yet. Like you know the history of the people that you're talking about, don't you? Oh, probably you don't, because well, you don't care to follow up on anything. With both fantasy franchises now getting new movies and TV adaptations, they could be up for fascinating fantasy rivalry despite sharing the same author. I highly doubt it, and that's not true. Sanderson finished Robert Jordan's work, so his name is on it, but Robert Jordan's the author, so calm the fuck down. While it is unknown whether Sanderson will be involved in new animated takes on the Wheel of Time, why would he? He doesn't care about the Wheel of Time. Sanderson's made it clear he doesn't care about it, and that's fine. That's fine, especially when his babies are in the oven, right? At this point, right? What the fuck? I don't expect Sanderson to care about the Wheel of Time at this point. His stuff, he's sold his soul enough to get his stuff made, so he's now concentrating on his stuff, right? I mean, it only took sacrificing your golden boy. It only took your magnum opus. You only have to sacrifice Wind and Truth and the Stormlight Archive as a whole to get your shit put on TV. It's amazing how bitter I am about Wind and Truth. I didn't. Yeah, I can't. I don't know. I can't look at Brandon Sanderson right now. I still can't. I can't look at him. I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed about what he did to the Stormlight Archive with Wind and Truth that I can't. I can't take anything he says seriously right now. The pure destruction. The pure destruction of the Cosmere that has been rent from fucking Wind and Truth being so bad. It affects every series and him as a whole. I know there's a big group of people didn't like how he handled the end of Wheel of Time. I was, it was what it was, but I generally like the Cosmere. And if you asked me before Wind and Truth came out, if I'd be stoked that Stormlight Archive, Mistborn has been confirmed. Stormlight Archive is suspected, right? I don't know if this article says that Stormlight has been signed with Apple as well. I didn't hear that. I heard about Mistborn, but I didn't know there was actually a deal in place for Stormlight Archive. So, if any of you guys know, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But where would Sando even find the time? I don't know. I don't. Yeah, is Stormlight's getting a movie confirmed? Yeah, 2 years ago I would have been really excited about that. Now I don't know, because I know where it leads to. Because Way of Kings is still, I still, if I stopped reading Stormlight Archive at Oathbringer, I'd probably be okay. Rhythm of War was not very good, and Wind and Truth was absolutely abhorrent. So what? So what do I have to look forward to? I watch a Way of Kings movie, and it could be good because, well, that's back when Stormlight was good. I'm just waiting for 2 or 3 more movies for it to go down the shithole. I don't know. After what I heard of Wind and Truth, what would he? Wind and Truth was a fucking. He destroyed his own franchise. To be frank, I don't think Sendo had any say in any decisions that I watched, Amazon, or Rafe made. At least he cooked the season 2 finale episode. I don't think he was very involved either, but I didn't really pay much attention to that. I paid attention to what he said he would do differently, and his decisions and his the changes that he would have made. Sorry, I'm gonna need to step away for a second. The changes he, the few changes that he said he'd make, I don't think they were good changes to begin with. So, like the big one, which was, instead of killing Perrin's made-up wife, kill Master Lewin. That's a terrible decision in my opinion as well. So, that doesn't encourage me at all. But of course, that's also, Sanderson isn't attached to Wheel of Time like he is attached to the Stormlight Archive and his stuff, right? Fuck. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, I'm back. So it's just I would have if you talked to me about a Stormlight movie and Mistborn movie or Mistborn TV show 2 years ago, I'd be fucking hyped. Now I'll watch it just to probably fucking that's the thing. Because I actually like Era 2 of Mistborn quite a bit. I know people have problems with it, but I like Wax and Wayne, especially Wayne. I think Wayne is great. Mistborn Era 1 was fine. I enjoyed most of it. I don't see why we have to change Ham into a woman, and especially when the main character, being Vin, is a female who is basically, great at everything. So we're already making changes to shit to appease the mass psychopaths. So when we're already prepared to destroy what's already been written to appease people that don't even fucking have any attachment to the material, what do I think you're going to do what more do you think you're going to do to Stormlight Archive? I mean, you're going to make fucking Kaladin Stormless a female before the movie starts? I don't fucking know anymore. Not that it matters. Kaladin's the biggest bitch and waste of a character since Kaladin fucking Stormbliss. Bridge 4 got destroyed. It's the amount of damage done to Stormlight Archive is crazy, and it's like I don't know how I'd feel watching a movie knowing where it's going to go. Stormlight Archive will be a streaming show. It's not going to be a movie. Is Mistborn going to be the movie and Stormlight's the show? Do I have it backwards? Yeah, I may have it back. I think Mistborn is going to be the movie, and they want to do a show of Stormlight Archive. Is that right? The script is already written for the show. It is cast, which supposed to be revealed in the next Sando event. Well, things should happen fast now because he fucking he had his Dreamcast already, apparently had people signed on for it and shit when he was presenting it to companies. And you just need to get a little bit bigger to get somebody to just choke it down and realize he had done everything. he had the script in the bag already. As far as I know, he basically had everything done for the Stormlight movie. He had he had casting choices. Some people had actually already gone and asked them if they would be in it, and they'd accepted. He had done a lot of the groundwork for the Mistborn project. Just a lot of the studios weren't ready to give up that much control, so he finally found a studio that was willing to give up that amount of control, and boom, there he goes. So we'll see. You know, I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna be honest about it. You know that I don't buy the Ham being a girl is better shit. You know, he's trying to talk his way out of that one, because you know his excuse for making Ham a girl is because it gives a better visual representation of what a pewter arm actually does. So if you have a small girl who's a pewter arm, knocking people all over the place because she drank pewter, it gives you a better visual representation of how powerful pewter is. And it's like, well, if you have a scrawny dude do that, it's the same thing. But Ham is also not a scrawny dude. He's a big dude because, well, you know, when you're big, you know, when you hit somebody far, you know, that's just how they're built. But whatever. But Wind and Truth is just unforgivable. Rhythm of War still had some really good moments, like Kaladin's mission and finale, and Maya denouncing the Honestment. Rhythm of War had some parts, but overall, Rhythm of War wasn't great. Until Wind and Truth came around, Rhythm of War was easily the worst of the four, and then Wind and Truth came out, and it was clearly Wind and Truth was the worst, followed by Rhythm of War. Way King's Words of Radiance and Oathbringer are clearly the best three books in the Storm Archive. And I don't think it's even close. I fear where Mistborn is heading after Wind and Truth. Well, the big problem with Mistborn, and I'm not, you know, we've apparently I need to just do the Cosner stream. Mistborn, I'm pretty much, I have no interest anymore, because Mistborn is now going to it's supposed to take place in like the 2000s. So there's going to be computers and planes and fucking technology in fucking SEAL Team 6. And why do I care about that? I don't. I got into all of Sanderson stuff because it was high fantasy. I was actually surprised how much I liked Era 2, being it was Western with some fantasy elements in it, basically. I mean, you know, Wax and Wayne is basically the Wild West with magic. And, you know, Wax and Wayne won me over. I like Wax and Wayne. Like I said, I like Wayne especially. And now we're going into fucking millennial era. And why do I don't care. I don't. We're going into millennial era, then we're going to sci-fi fucking space future, which is not where I started and not where I wanted to. Not really where I wanted to end up. So. You've written me right out of it. I don't care, right? I mean, you have your Skyward series, which is fucking that shit already. So why do I care? You had your issues with since Slogbringer. I know some people had problems with Oathbringer. I didn't. I liked Oathbringer for the most part. I wish Kaladin stood up more at the end. He ended up getting a hold of himself, but you know, that just seems to be Kaladin's character. He's a bitch. I don't know. Well, no, I haven't really. I've been just concentrating on getting well, man. So if you go ahead and did you send me a message about that? I think you did. I'm gonna have to go through my stuff and just check it out. If not, send me another message just so I have it readily available, and I'll have them check it out. Um, appeasement to the people would turn you into the smallest violation of a mental gymnastics game. Well, I don't know. I don't know if this has been Sanderson the whole time or not. I don't know. You'd feel like GOT fans feel at the thought of rewatching the show, knowing what's going to happen in the first few seasons. Well, but it's sort of different, Sherry, isn't it? I mean, because whereas Game of Thrones ran out of material, so you didn't even know what the author was thinking. So we don't even know what George R. R. Martin, where his head's at for the end of Game of Thrones. Whereas we know exactly where Sanderson's head's at for end, at least of the first bit of Storyline Archive. It's in the shitter. So we know exactly where the author has taken his own series. So it's like we're almost hoping that the show goes against it. That's a very weird place to be, that we want the show to retcon the fucking book because the book fucked up the series. That's fucking weird. I'm glad I never got into Sanderson's integrated monstrosity, and that I didn't hop on the Dungeon Crawler hype train after he tossed Critical Drinker under the bus. That's all old news. I'm still, I still like Carl. I'm still going to read Carl. I'm still a fan of Carl. That whole Critical Drinker thing was brought back up from years ago. That was all old beef. That one person started. I forgot how it started, but it was one of those. Somebody made a comment, and Dinman made a reply, and it got blown up. So it is what it is. But the latest come around of whoever's trying to make drama for it, because Carl's popularity right now, that was somebody bringing up old news that was fucking long dealt with. So that's not new. That's not new bullshit. That's old. That's old shit from when book 3 of Carl came out, and a year later somebody asked him about it. So why are we talking about the same bullshit now? So it's just somebody bringing up an old thing to get clicks on Twitter. So when it worked, so good on them, right? Sando has new friends to impress. Yeah, well, apparently he's doing He's doing a good job of it. Doesn't Ham keep pewter ability a secret from the guard? I'm pretty sure he does. Most of the crew keeps their abilities secret because it benefits them to keep them secret. It's been a long time since I read Mistborn, but Marsh is doing basically Marsh is doing God's work, getting in with the frickin' becoming old Iron Eyes, in with the frickin' why can't I remember the name of the frickin' the ring race of God. Oh my God. Man, why can't I remember? Marsh Inquisitor. There you go. Yeah, Marsh is the understated hero of Mistborn, going in, spying on the Steel Inquisitors and becoming one, all to help frickin' his brother overthrow the Lord Ruler. Marsh is a badass, man. Wait, Prophet, Sando released a different excuse for Ham? He did? Wait, what? Sando's new excuse for gender swapping Ham is that he didn't originally think about gender of the crews because he was just going off the vibe of the highest action movies. Okay, so he wanted to change it because it didn't originally fit. He wanted to change it because he didn't originally have a reason, and he wanted to be more thoughtful. No, it's more thoughtful how it is because that's how it actually would be. And then you have a girl come in and fucking take over. Like, you understand a girl is a leader of that crew when the thing that happens to Kelsier. Vin takes over as fucking leader. What's the problem? Heist movies are that way for a reason, because it's believable and that's how it would go. not having a female in a tight knit crew like that actually lends less complication because you're not thinking about fucking the fucking person that's in your crew. You're thinking about the goddamn mission. There's a reason for that. You know, the Italian Job, guess what? Charlie fucks the fucking girl because it's a complication. And they all get fucking emotional about shit. And they fuck up the job because they're worried about the girl. Hello. So I guess we're just going to model against about the Italian Job. Is that what we're talking about? When did hey Sam 8,000 thanks for $5. Wind and Truth audiobook is 63 hours. War and Peace is 60 hours. Holy shit. Is that true? I feel like somebody's told me that already. The fact that Wind and Truth is longer than War and Peace is insane and unnecessary. It's completely unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. A buddy told me he said this in a writing podcast series. I believe it. I believe it. It sounds like something he'd say. He's just going to come. Which ones? I actually think the first excuse is better for visual medium. Having a girl throw a guy 80 miles in the air because she's drinking pewter does give you a better visual representation of what pewter does. I still think Ham being a male is better because that's originally what it was. So there's no reason to change it. But whatever. Is it because of budgetary restrictions for Mistborn why they're not setting Mistborn's story in a high fantasy setting? No, what you mean for the next era? I think it's just because that's the natural progression. Each of these series is going through a natural progression to a futuristic state. You know, by the time you read like Sunlit Man and you know, oh god, Ever, what was it? Ever, whatever. The Emberdark Island, Emberdark, you know, Roshar and Scadrial have fleets of space cruisers. So, you know, this was the natural progression. All these series were going to leave the fantasy setting and go into the technological age and end in sci-fi. It was just the natural progression of the Cosmere. I just hoped it would. I guess I hoped it would take longer, and I'd be more interested in the futuristic version of the shit. But then you dropped the bomb that is Wind and Truth and destroyed everything. So it's, you know, you destroyed my favorite series and one of my favorite characters, and you expect me to just keep taking it? I'm not gonna. It's just not gonna happen. Now it's like when the movie comes out, the show comes out. You know, unfortunately. I shouldn't say unfortunately. It's probably it could be good because you're basing it off the stuff that was early and the good stuff. So is it possible that's all going to be? Those are going to make good shows. They probably will make good shows, unless you change a bunch of shit and Bridge 4 doesn't exist or something, and the Stormlight show and you know Kelsier, you know, I don't know. It's. I guess I'm more curious about what they're going to change in the series, especially with Sanderson being involved, than I am what the series is going to look like. I'm more curious about what is actually going to make it to the screen from the actual book and what is going to get changed on the altar of destroying our own property, I guess. I don't think it doesn't. I don't think it has anything to do with the budget. I think it's just the natural progression of those series. Yeah, I get that, and that's fine. I just, you know, it's an old beef. It was all one line. It's, you know, I still like the series. You know, I don't, you know, I know Dinneman's politics are not, you know, I don't see the same way on his stuff, but so far I don't feel like that's leaked into his writing, so I'm fine with it so far. It's the same, you know, it's shavings and alcohol. It's a fantasy thing, I guess. I don't know. I'm all over the place, man. I'm talking about Stormlight right now. Somehow we got on Sanderson and Stormlight stuff. I guess we're talking about because you know the media is still trying to keep this farce alive that that there's going to be a Wheel of Time cartoon, and Ocean's 8 is a masterpiece. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's completely believable. But we were talking about basically we were talking about we started on the this new Wheel of Time tabletop game that's coming out that has some potential. We gotta wait for it to launch, see what it looks like. Then we got talking about this article where they're talking about the cartoon series and movie and video game that iWatt are supposed to be producing for Wheel of Time, and how it's going to be stiff competition for the Cosmere, which is all just laughable because we know those are probably never going to come out. So, the fact that it's longer than War and Peace is crazy. Yes, we're discussing Sanderson becoming a beta cuck. It does. So I think, well, there's a lot of problems, right, CA? I mean, I feel like we could probably talk about this for hours. You've been doing the Lord's work in the Discord. You have Sanderson has created many problems for himself, especially with these future books that he's written that take place in the future, introducing the Rosharan and the Scadrian War and all that shit. Especially with the end of Wind and Truth being what it is, with basically Sanderson telling us, well, Roshar is lost and the bad guys won, and for some reason they're in a time bubble because I don't know. We want them to still have shard blades, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. It's like you have the rest of the Cosmere rushing ahead, and Roshar is gonna still be using swords and shit. But as soon as the first person turns a Spren into a spaceship, I think it's over. I don't fucking know. I don't know, CA. It's apparently Spren can turn into fucking anything. So just turn one into a fucking nuke and blow up a planet. I don't know. Right? I mean, fucking, you got Sigzil making Ox into a giant shield to cover a whole bunch of fucking people. Okay, well, why can't I turn Ox into a goddamn fucking tank? What are the rules? If you can turn shit into anything I can imagine, all of a sudden I'm the fucking Green Lantern, and I can turn fucking Sprint into anything. So I'll make a fucking galactic battle cruiser and kill people in my Sprint spaceship. I don't fucking know. What are the rules? I don't know. I don't know anymore. You're digging yourself too many fucking holes. You're like, and I think that's probably because you're right. Probably we have, because of these future books like this, all of a sudden you have this technology in play. You have this Rosharan guy, you have fucking the Scadrians have fucking all these different kinds of space vessels and bombs and all kinds of spying devices, and they're doing all kinds of questionable things for the love of fucking Scadrial, and it's just like, okay, here we are, I guess. I just wanted my guys to have cool armor and giant swords and fucking duel and fight people and cut people's heads off. That's all I wanted, but I guess I'm a simple man. I apparently I don't know. I don't know the rules for Spren anymore. I don't know how it works. Apparently, you don't even have to be bonded to a Spren to have armor now. Who cares about armor? Because Scadrians have Uzis and fucking ballistic missiles and fucking goddamn star cruisers. Like I don't fucking know anymore. I don't care enough to look into it. That's the problem, right? Like if I cared, I'd actually look into it and try and make sense of it. But Wind and Truth has taken my caring level about the Cosmere to pretty much zero. We got Kaladin, the fucking psychiatrist, instead of Kaladin the king, and Kaladin the abandoner of his friends, and Bridgefor is dead. Dalinar is dead. Gavilar is a fucking 19-year-old. Why am I hanging out? And the good guys lost, but don't worry, Venley's riding around on chasm fiends underneath fucking a perpendicularity of odium. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, what are we fucking doing? Because Venley's not the fucking radiant I wanted to see dead. Because oh, and Yasna's an idiot. I forgot about that one. I just it's just too much. I don't care anymore. You killed my reason for wanting to. You killed my reason for wanting to be a part of the Stormlight Archive. Well, there were several reasons, and you killed them all. One being Bridge 4, the concept of Bridge 4. You fucking destroyed it. Kaladin Stormblessed, the person that put family and friends above everybody, abandons them all to help a bunch of losers and be their psychiatrist forever, apparently. There's a new oath pact that makes no sense. And apparently all you have to do is be Judge Dredd and say I am the law, and that is the Skybreaker fifth ideal. And Callan just says I am protect, and he is now protection, and and that's it. And then Zeth decides to give up his power immediately instead of growing back his limbs and then giving it up because reasons. And Zeth is walking around with half a body because, that's going to be useful. I'm so excited to see that on screen. I can't even name anybody on Bridge 4. It's not dead. Anyways, I don't. Like, I appreciate how the people on the island Emdark were just Polynesians and that they were just no white people because of the environment. But you go to Sunlit Man and Nocturnal World, and this Staying in the Sun, Instant Death has black people instead of albinos. Yeah, Emberdark for me. I'll be honest. As soon as you have a dragon become the most insufferable being I've ever read, and then she leads a mutiny on a boat because we want to do a Guardians of the Galaxy book because that's all Emberdark is. It's just the Guardians of the Galaxy with a bunch of annoying, like, just think of all of the characters as Drax, and you have an idea of what Emberdark is when you're not reading about Dusk. Dusk is okay. Some of the Dusk stuff is all right. The AVR shit isn't explored enough, not near enough. The AVR stuff is just a tack on. Starling is the most annoying, self-righteous piece of shit I've ever read, and fuck her, I wish she died. And you lead a mutiny on a fucking ship, and you get back, and the person that owns the ship says, "Oh, Captain, well, I like her, and she got a thing, so it's okay she mutinied. Let's give her the boat." Because, that's how real life works. When you lead a mutiny, they give you the boat you mutinied on, because that's how that works. I can't. It's just like, I know, like, if I read Emberdark and then went back to Way of Kings, it would probably be one of the most jarring experiences of my life. Because Way of Kings is just so on a different level than anything that's come out recently. It's like he lost his voodoo, man. Like, I don't know. Half the time I don't think he's writing anymore. Like, I'll be honest. I don't know how much of the writing is actually him or his understudies, and he approves what they write and is ghost writing them. I don't know. Half this shit don't feel like him. Ember Dark didn't feel like Sanderson at all to me, but that's, hell, there's chapters of Wind and Truth, one including a Cho fucking vagina that, it doesn't feel like fucking Sanderson at all to me. So like there's big swathing portions of those books of the Wind and Truth and in Ember Dark that don't feel like he wrote a fucking page of it. I don't know. Is that just me? I don't. I know it's not just me because I talked to. I think Alan. Alan was one of the other people that I talked to that said there were certain fucking chapters in Wind and Truth that didn't feel like they were written by Sanderson. It's all the chapters where we're talking about. Drahe encouraging Renarin to touch Relane's pee area because if he's gay, he'll like it. And trying to groom Renarin into it to just go for it, and if the worst thing that happens is he doesn't like it and he tells you no, so just go touch his pee and it'll be fine. Well, by the way, fucking Syl didn't know what a vagina looked like, so she made it a chull, and then she shows fucking like, what the fuck are we doing? Does that sound like anything from any book in the first fucking half of the Cosmere? Fucking Sisebron can't talk. Does that mean he just like it's like Sisebron is a god and he's not like Jesus Christ? What are we doing? Vasher like all the shit Vasher does, like it's completely fucking like where do we lose our way? You Sherry, I'm not making. You haven't heard this. You haven't heard about the Chol vagina. There is a Salty in Island of Emberdark. There's a dragon character that her biggest flaw is she is too nice. She is too good, and she is too self-conscious, or she she thinks about others' feelings too much. And then she mutinies because she doesn't like the call the captain makes, but the crew likes her better, so they mutiny. And then they go back, and the guy that runs the company says, "Oh, it's all right because you got a map, so it's okay. You can have the ship. I'll put the other captain somewhere else." If that shit happens, if you compare something that's come out from Sanderson here recently. Sorry, I guess I'll just minimize that. We'll go back to it in a minute. If you compare something that's come out from Sanderson recently to fucking Way of Kings, I guarantee you think it's a different author. What's up, Zach? How you doing, brother? In the Starlight point of view sections of Island of Emberdark, Sando makes dragons sleepless and lethal shades lame. Yes, they all suck. Because we want to be Star Trek we want to be Guardians of the Galaxy with a sprinkling of Star Trek. So we have the nerd shade and the fucking sleepless guy that's hiding in an engine room because Scadrials killed him on sight, or it's just like I don't care. It was so hard reading that book. It was so hard for me reading that. It was especially because I read it. It was the first book of his I read, the first and last book I've read of his after. Wait, what? Again? Oh, Michael was good, by the way, Zax.
is from.
Okay, then we have to stay here for now.
Security is telling us that everything's okay. The shooter, there was a shooter? 1 second, guys. I'm literally. What happened?
We're trying to identify it now.
Where was the shooter?
Somewhere
In the lobby. And it's Secret Service because.
Okay, there's got to be a better. Somebody has to have it. What the fuck? Dude, look at the man. They got up there fast as fuck. Holy shit, bro. Dude, they're just climbing everywhere. Look at that shit. Oh, come on. Fuck. That was the guy right there. They killed him? Huh. It'd be nice if fuck it looks like this is the only. I wanted to see if they fucking. Oh, hold on. The fuck? I'm trying to see what it starts over here. Trying to see what happened over here. What the fuck was that? Yeah, you can hear. You can hear. Yeah, right there. You can hear. You can hear. It sounds like. I don't know if somebody's pounding on a table. That's gunshots. Huh. I wish there was a better angle.
Free press. And we are now getting word that the President of the United States, as Chandler and I were discussing a few moments ago, will in fact make his way back to the stage at the Hilton there. And that is not a surprise. For those of us who know him, who've been around him, he seems like the kind of person who would say, there's no way I'm not going to finish this show if at all possible. And that's the word we are getting at this hour as we continue to watch.
So he's gonna go back up on the stage? How are they gonna? How are they gonna clear him for that? That doesn't. Who has the good shot? You know, there's got to be somebody that had the completely different angle, right? There's got to be somewhere. Is that just a fucking... Ugh. It almost seems like they caught him in the hallway. At least that's what it sounds like.
Most of the time, a lot.
Whoa, fucking loud as fuck. No, we're not doing that shit. Oh shit! If somebody finds a good view, because that looked like the best view of it. This guy's doing a fucking magic trick, trying to fucking. This guy, look at this. Who is this? She's eating it up, man. She's like, oh voila, magic. Oh shit, Joe got shot at, and I'm next to him. Oh yeah, they got him, right, Salty? That's what I read, that they got him. That's crazy. Well, look, it sounded. I mean, yeah, not yet. There's somebody's got to be at the dinner, yeah. So, yeah, he's still going on stage. Per Nick's order, shooter was in the lobby. SS engaged and killed the gunman. Okay. Sounds like they would let him. So, well, I mean, from the DRT did right there. Well, it sounds, because I mean, from the sound of it, it was. It sounded like it was in the hallway or something. That's what everybody seemed to be saying was. Fucking hell, I was helping my mother in the house, and then it came over the news. Yeah, it's fucking. Yeah, I was laughing at how much she was impressed with the magic trick. It is sort of sad. I feel like that X is the best place to fucking get the news for some of this shit. I don't know, man. Fucking crazy. I just. Fucking nutso, man. Sorry. I'm still laughing at the chick that was just like completely infatuated with the fucking the magic chick. She's so happy. Like, look at, she's like, oh my god, look at that magic trick. And it's like, wait, what the fuck? Did I almost just get shot? Sorry. Apparently, I don't know who it was. Somebody tried. Apparently, he didn't get in the fucking room though. So how good a fucking like? He didn't. It sounds like they got him in the fucking hallway. So either he's a pussy and he fucking he bitched out, or the fucking he's just an idiot and pulled his gun out too soon and security got him. It'd be interesting to hear some news of what actually went the fuck down, but goddamn. Reddit mon trueness. Jesus Christ. fucking will, man. What is a Trent? Oh, Trent. Never mind. Shut up. God, man. Oh, you're gonna get me in trouble again, Salty. What were Will's three choices here? Reddit mod, Troon, or Islamic? Which one went after Trump this time? Fucking man. I don't I don't care. I look. It was just I don't know who went after him. It's just sad that anybody's going after him. It's I didn't even think about it. I'm sorry, John. That was yeah. I apologize for that one. I don't know. I don't know. I just it's sad that this is happening so often. I don't. It's just I don't know. It's I get that people don't like the man, but just like you know, 3 years vote somebody else in. I just the assassination attempts and the just it's just getting crazy. I didn't even know what the dinner was for, so I didn't even know he was at a dinner today. I don't know. I don't follow that shit too closely. It's just one of those all of a sudden. Ugh, man. Mm-mm-mm. It's just I don't know. Yeah, no, I'm with you, John. Agreed. Anyway, you posted a couple fantasy series? Where was it? Lodestone Trilogy, Warrior can fly short distances and manipulate magnetic stones. Seems magical. Yeah, there's so many freaking just fantasy series that I have. I don't know, Fadian. They just need to move on and just get through it. I have so many. There's so many fantasy books I need to catch up on. Like I have so like there's such a long list of stuff everybody keeps suggesting to me. Where is it? Is this it? No. This was where it was at. Oh, is that what was going on? Okay. It was the Nerd Prom White House Correspondents' Dinner. Yeah, I saw there was a bunch of reporters in the audience, so it's just like I don't know. Weird place to try and do something like that, but I guess crazy is crazy, right? Well, yeah, I'm so far behind. Like I feel like, and it's one of those like every time I say I'm like in between stuff, everybody has this long list of stuff. It's just like, oh my god, it's almost overwhelming. Like when it's overwhelming because are so many good ones, and when you ask for suggestion, um, like everybody has like the one that's their favorite, right? And it's just like fuck, like how do I choose, right? Like because there's so many, and like that's how I found Dresden, and that's how what was another one I found that I started. Gosh, there was something else I just started reading the same way, and it's just like I started some of the Elric stuff, and like when I stopped the Elric stuff, I have no idea where I left off. So like I'm completely lost on where to continue. I think he's talking about Gaiman is oh god. Gaiman is He has one of the new that Angel series, Good Omens. I think that's it. Good Omens. People were mad. Sandman game into. A lot of people were upset because they had changed Good Omens a lot. The new Wheel of Time adaptations must learn one lesson from the Prime Video live action show's mistake. Oh my god. I'm afraid to even know. Wait, why? I don't know about that. I don't know the reference. American Gods, that was the other one. That show got real weird real fast. I didn't even watch the second season, I don't think. I do think it's awesome that has anybody tried to watch Daredevil Born Again? It's a shame, but you can't, right? You have to stay like anything that gets adapted now, it's just inferior. It just is. But I'm very glad that Daredevil is not hitting. Well, yeah, it's not. It didn't even make the Nielsen charts at all. I was like, thank goodness. What a shit show. Apparently the books are good. The show was okay, and then it got really fucking weird, and I was like, okay, I can't do any more of this. Prime live action adaptation of Wheel of Time has also taken Brandon. Wait. However, the author later reported largely ignored. Okay, fortunately, unlike Prime Video, Apple TV can. Okay, great, and I suppose a bright future for Apple. No, not really. Not after what Sanderson did to his own fucking project or to his own series, but Prime Video 2 seems to have a perfect opportunity to make up for his past mistake by getting. No, what? No. Why? Why? So your big solution is to get the guy that has no dog in that fight, has his two biggest properties being made on Apple TV, and they've given him carte blanche. Your big solution for Amazon for these for these cartoon movies and shows that they're doing. So you think Sanderson is even willing to step away from his two gems of his franchise, the Stormlight being the biggest and Mistborn being the most involved and having the most books written about it. You think he's going to step away from that to get involved in a Wheel of Time cartoon show and movie for a series that he isn't really even involved in? He's barely involved. He helped write the last three. That's your solution. That's the thing that's going to solve. That's the thing that's going to solve all Amazon's problems with Wheel of Time is have a guy that's not interested in it. Like, what the fuck? A cartoon is not a return. True. True. Oh god, not even any good comments in here. It's crazy.
Robert Jordan's massive 14-book saga is the behemoth that Prime Video has chosen to adapt. But how closely does Prime Video's The Wheel of Time follow Robert Jordan's novels? One of the most noticeable changes is the age of the main character.
I can't even. One of the most notable changes. Not that wrong color, wrong color, wrong color. Too tall, too small.
In the books, Rand, Matt, and Perrin are much younger, experienced for more mature storytelling rather than leaning into a young adult tone. Some of the biggest changes in
Look at that guy. Look at that guy. 2 shooters? Holy shit. This is getting crazy. Delay. I don't know. We'll see. I have a feeling that Sanderson's going to push to get that stuff out as fast as it can. Holy shit. They need to not let him back up on stage is what they need to do. If there's a second one now they definitely... Oh my god. Things are, oh my... Okay, man, people like just love... Sorry. Right before Trump was rushed off stage, a man holds up a card. It looks like he may have been signaling something. Dude, he's trying to... It's a check. He wrote a fucking check. It's a... He's the guy. It's him. Get him. Get him. Get the bad magic magician. Does that say... I can't believe it. Oh my goodness gracious! It's the Czech guy. The Czech guy is the mastermind. Yeah, I don't see anything else. So I can't. That is just, come on. What are we doing? Czech guy did it. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh god, it was Czech guy. Hmm. The heck is a happy poop? What is that? I don't even know. I don't know what that even means. I'm so lost. What, man? This is this is 2 streams in a row where we've taken some weird curveballs, huh? I stream and the president almost gets assassinated. It's a new feature. Wanted to try it. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I was like, it looked like he was either like doing a trick or like giving them a donation check. right? It's like then you got somebody on Twitter going, "He's the guy. He set it all up." It's like, what are you doing?
Involve character arcs. Perrin Ibarra, for example, is married at the beginning of the show, which is completely different from the books, where it is not until much later that he marries Fail Bashir. This decision to change up his backstory and give him the tragedy of his wife losing her life in episode 1 of the first season alters his motivations and internal conflicts. Meanwhile, Matt Cawthon's backstory gets tweaked, emphasizing a
Gets tweaked?
difference is how the show visually represents channeling. In the books, the One Power is often described.
Oh my
The show
god.
takes a more cinematic approach, making the weaves visible and adding more dramatic flourishes to spell casting. Additionally, the show emphasizes the danger of the One Power earlier, particularly how male channelers are
No, it doesn't.
power rankings. This creates more dramatic tension, but alters the established hierarchy within the White Tower. The Wheel of Time series is a huge challenge to adapt for Prime Video. With any adaptation,
No, it's not. All right. Oh my goodness. Well, what a weird night. Losing his wife. Yeah. Don't forget, he murdered her. Yeah. Well, I just was curious what they had to say for themselves, and of course, it was all bullshit. So. Bashir, yeah. The happy poop he sent, it comes out. What the? I don't even know what's happening. Oh God. What was this? Was this the? No, that's not it. Nope, that wasn't the one. Motley Fool? Where do you get this shit? Also, Montreal is shut down, my dude. Holy shit. Amazon gave up, but the Wheel of Time gets a second chance. Man, they're pushing this hard, aren't they? Like, how many of these did you guys send me? Wheel of Time turns into sometimes it includes 3-season run on Amazon. So Amazon's only doing better. Amazon's gone up since canceling the Wheel of Time. How about that shit? It's a direct correlation. They canceled Wheel of Time. And Amazon stock rises. Oh gosh, Amazon walked away last May because the show sucked. Now the franchise is getting a second chance, and Amazon is probably not invited this time. Nobody's invited. Nobody wants it. iWatch Studios, yep, which has owned it forever and done nothing with it. He's partnered with Thomas View, sure. Will not continue beyond such scenes, but through an animated TV series. Sure, there will be. And several animated feature films and franchise of PC and mobile video games. So what happened to the 3 live-action Age of Legends? Jesus Christ. Really? God damn. Where are you getting all this, John? Is it on a Twitter feed? Yeah, Arcane Season 1 was okay. Season 2 sucked. My Teferian senses are tingling. Shut the fuck up. See, here's the deal. Animation would work better if you did it first. Now you're taking a step backwards. You're admitting you failed. And you have to go to a lesser, what is considered a lesser platform. So, I don't generally believe animation is worse than live action. I'm fine with animation, but when you've already done a live action and it's failed, then you know. Then it seems like a step backwards, right? I mean, there's all kinds of news coming out. Some are saying it's 1, some are saying it's 2. Some are saying he's in custody now. Some are saying that he's been shot. Jesus Christ, this shit is nuts. Oh, we're just gonna have to wait and hear about. There's all kinds of conflicting stuff. I think I don't disagree that animation could be better, but the problem is the IP has been damaged, very very highly damaged. You have a live action show which failed miserably, which is going to, when you immediately come back with a project like this, like an animation, like they're saying they're going to do, I have no confidence they're going to actually do it. But the look of it is like, well, we couldn't do a live action show, so let's go to an easier medium. Which I don't think it's true either. I think animation could be just as entertaining as good as a live action, but I'm just saying, it already has several strikes against it, and to try and pump something out this fast speaks of them just being desperate, because you still have the bad taste of the live action one in your mouth that was terrible. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. Animation has a lot of things going for it for real time. Cheaper for one. If they actually let them follow the way people look in the books, then it could do better. Could be a dark horse. I'll hold my breath till I see something actually come out about it that actually is not just them talking. because right now it's all just a bunch of talk and bullshit. We have it's like now they've announced so many Wheel of Time movie properties and cartoons. Like, what happened to the White Tower animation that you're going to release? Is that not coming out now, or is that part of this release of cartoons you're going to do? What happened to the 3 live action Age of Legends movies you were going to do? Are those being canceled for these, or are those still on the table too? They've announced so many projects they can't keep track of them anymore. Animation will be better, but it's a much lower ceiling. It's hard to get people to do that don't watch animation stuff to try it. Exactly. That's exactly, yeah. You said it better than me. That's exactly right. And you're gonna have trouble getting people hyped up for it, especially when you have the failure of the past. People that watch that might have been willing to watch a live action, going, well, it failed, so it can't be very good. Why would I take a chance and watch the animated version of it if it couldn't do it in live action? So I don't think I'm not saying that's necessarily true. I think an animation could be better. Anything could be better than what we got, but I think you understand what I'm saying. Who would they even get to make it where it wouldn't be woke as shit? What studio? I have no idea. It's one of those things. I don't believe any of this until I see something actually animated. They're just. I feel like they're just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. See if there's anybody that actually cares. That's what iWatt does. They make a lot of announcements and say they're going to do these things, and then they don't. This article is talking about the iWatt Games Montreal studio, which has been, as far as we can tell, has already been shuttered and closed. So, like, great, they're going to use a games studio that isn't open anymore, right? I mean, I just, the news, the use of data point as Wheel of Time has now survived the original author's death, the pandemic, the delayed TV production. Oh, give me a break. Stop with the fucking bullshit excuses. The books still sell. Yeah, because the books are still fucking good and classics and well written and have a great story. All this other shit has ignored what the books do well and not done it. They try to do their own fucking bullshit thing. That's what everything is these days. Look at how much better Amazon's doing since it killed the Wheel of Time. Look at it. It's flourishing. It's flourishing. Oh boy. Yep, that I agree. Needs 5-10 years. 10 would probably be better. 5-10 years. Like several series, like Star Wars. Star Wars needs to disappear. We got a lot of things that need to disappear for a little bit and then come back, and we can ignore what was made in this dark time of TV shows and movies where they take in all these valuable IPs that are great and people love and just destroying them. Yeah. Yep. So, it hasn't even been mined like Star Wars or Star Trek and already needs a decade to rest. Well, because it wasn't as powerful of a. It never got to its peak. Wheel of Time had never had a chance. It never got to its peak popularity with like Game of Thrones did or Star Wars or Star Trek, because it never got a good first run. The good first run was the books. It never got an animated. It never got a live action that was any good to get the main populace involved in it, like Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is the best example of it. Even though it crashed and burned, people are still interested in that world because of how good the first 4 or 5 seasons were, right? Wheel of Time doesn't have that. So all Wheel of Time has is some shitty ass fucking production that the book readers hate, but everybody, the weirdos like, right? That's its legacy right now. So it needs to heal. The IP is damaged badly, just like several other ones. I think 5 years maybe. If nobody said shit about Wheel of Time for 5 years, maybe it could recover. Yeah, no, that's I don't. Wheel of Time. Wheel of Time could be so much better an IP and more profitable an IP than Game of Thrones. It's not even fucking close. That's the thing that's so frustrating about it, is we're looking for all these The Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones clones when you don't need it. Wheel of Time is fine on its own. Just write it, direct it, show it like it's in the books, and you win. All you do is make money. And it would be far more popular than Game of Thrones. It just would be. There's no question in my mind, if you just followed the material, that it would outsell all of them. It would get close to, it would get close to Lord of the Rings. Hell, it might surpass Lord of the Rings. I honestly, truly believe that. Lord of the Rings proves that the magic fantasy aspect is profitable and can be done right. Game of Thrones, had a little bit of the magic in there, but the political system in the medieval age and all that, it's just sad. It never had a chance. It never got a chance because it didn't have the stewards of the fucking Wheel of Time franchise didn't know what to do with it. They, wanted to make it about gay representation with Moraine in the lead, and they flubbed it because they were never interested in telling the story. It's like the same. It feels like it's the same direction that the Harry Potter series is going on HBO. The guy knows of Harry Potter. He's not interested in telling Harry Potter. He wants to tell the stories in between the lines of Harry Potter, so he can tell the stories he wants to tell, not the actual Harry Potter ones. It's like, no, just tell the Harry Potter story. There's meat on the bone. People want to see a book, one-to-one book accurate. Like that's the craziest thing about this whole Harry Potter thing is you got the movies people loved. Okay, there was 8 of them. It's made billions of dollars, right? Now you have the opportunity, because it's still the movie took some deviations from the book. You have people that really, 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 really want to see a very book accurate TV show, because that's the best way to do it, and you're not listening to them, and you want to play in the sandbox in between the lines and tell my own shit. No, that's not what people want. People want the fucking hard-nosed, straight and narrow book to fucking screen adaptation of Harry Potter. That's what they want. They want a book accurate version. They got their non-book accurate. They got their movies, which were widely loved, with taking some liberties, but they still love them anyways. Now they want their hardcore fucking book accurate fucking TV show. Just shut up, do it, and make money. And then if you want to tell some other bullshit afterwards, well, you'll probably have enough money, enough popularity that you can go, oh, I'm going to tell fucking the story of Ploppy Knickerbottoms in Harry Potter. After my 8 seasons of successful Harry Potter, they decided I could tell my own story, and they take a chance. And then you can fail because nobody cares about Ploppy Knickerbottoms. And then you just be like, oh, well, I had 8 seasons of fucking Harry Potter that was good. But no, we can't do that shit. We got to tell about fucking Plumpy Dick Bottom and Ass Fuck McGonagall before we talk about fucking the things that happen in Harry Potter, because we're gonna. There's so much stuff in between the lines to tell. It's like, fuck you. Nobody cares. It's fucking just pretenders standing on the shoulders of giants. It's fucked. I mean, I generally agree with that, Salty, but I feel like that's what we got in the movies. People have not kept it a secret that they want this Harry Potter show to be booked. Like, we got our 80-20 in the movies already. We loved it. It's made billions. Can I get my straight and narrow fucking 95.5 book accurate version now, please? It's overwhelmingly what people want. I don't even think that's do you disagree with that that's what people want? I think that's exactly what people want, and nobody's kept it a secret that they want. We got our closely adapted movies. We want the fucking straight and narrow. We want book to screen on this one. Black Cane for $5. Would you? Who would win? Rodell and Inaralda with the Force he took to the Borderlands, plus 10 full Ashman, or Dalinar with Alec. Oh, fucking the 10 full Ashman, clear it, 100%. Not even a question. We're talking about end of series Ashman, right? You don't even need Esmeralda. I mean, it helps because he's a fucking badass, but we're talking end of series at Asherman. Hell, it doesn't even have to be 10. 5 Asherman clears it. Hell, 2 Asherman clears it. You got Death Blossom. You got fucking Towers of Flame. You know, you send Logain and 2 Ashermen, it's over. No Asherman. Where are they fighting? Are they fighting somewhere where the oh god, why can't I remember it? The Alethi they're fighting in Westeros, so there's no Dalinar. Are we talking about Bondsmith Dalinar or regular Dalinar? What's the famous Alethi? It's not called the Fury. It's called the Thrill. The Thrill. Is the Thrill a factor? Or do we have thrilled up Alethi or no? The Thrill. They do have the Thrill. Dalinar wins. If they have the Thrill, Dalinar wins. They don't. Rodell wins. I think the thrill in has been proven to make the Alethi almost an unbeatable fighting force. The whole of Roshar is scared of the famous Alethi Thrill. So I think if Dalinar has a full regiment of Thrill infused Alethi at his back, Rodell without any Ashermen is fucked. No one. He said no 1 power, brother. No Asherman. I mean, then you have to decide how 1 power works with shard plate. But he said no Ashman because I said straight up you get one. If you have one Asherman, I don't know, 1 Asherman could probably be overcome. If you send a regiment of 5 to 10, that's enough to turn a whole battle. But if it's just troops against troops and the Alethi have the Thrill, the Dalinar wins, in my opinion. But I don't disagree with you if you have Asherman, you know, between Death Gates, Blossom of Fire, fucking all kinds of neat tricks Rand taught all of the Ashermen. The Ashermen fucking they're a fighting force like no other, man. Those guys are fucking pop heads. All right. Well, thank you everybody for hanging out. Got a little weird there with all the Trump stuff, but thank you for hanging out. Black Cane, Sam, and Miss Smart Muses, thank you for the soups. Oh yeah, Death Gates would shred people in half, 100%. That's what Death Gates do. They chop people in 2. Absolutely, death gates. Death gates would shred whole lines of armies. And they don't even need the death gates. They have with the blossom of fire and the fire volcanoes or whatever those called, the pillars of fire. They got several fire abilities that are just fucking decimate a whole regular army. Like Ashermen are fucking just weapons. No, it's my understanding. Well, because remember what a death gate is. A death gate is basically a moving form of an unformed waygate or a travel gate, right? So that's remember you have to clear travel platforms because if you walk into an unformed death gate, it will chop you in half. So that's how they came up with death gates, was under that theory that if wherever you make a gateway, it will kill or destroy anything where it is formed. So, yeah, death gates kill everything. Yeah, to make it fair, it would either need to be with Radiance versus Asherman or Shard versus Power Rot Blades and or Dragon Cannons. Yeah, I don't know how Radiance versus Asherman. Not sure how. You have to determine how those powers work against each other, right? Like how the one power works against Spren Magic, or Radiant powers, depending. I think at this point I still would go Asherman just because I like Asherman more now than Radiance, which is sad because I used to like Radiance a lot. Dragon cannons would blow shit to bits, that's for sure. I don't know that the Rosharans have an equivalent for a regular ground troop to dragon cannons. And power block blades would probably be a counter to shard blades. I'm not sure. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be. So, I think Asherman with Rodell and ground troops is a strong. If they have dragon cannons too, I think there's a strong argument to be had that they still defeat Dalinar with shards and a few radiants. If you have equal radiance times Asherman, I think the Asherman could probably take care of the radiants. Depending if they're turning their, Spren into tanks or whatever, I don't know what the rules are for Spren anymore. All right. Well, true. There you go. Yeah. I think that, yeah, we'd have to classify what the rules are to one power to Spren bond and vice versa, right? So how a Spren bond and Radiant Magic works against the one power and vice versa. That would be a determining factor. That's why when you get down to just ground troops, I think it's interesting. But if you have the thrill, it's sort of them cheating a little bit, and I think that puts them over. If they're even, I think Rodell's a better general than Dalinar. So I think Rodell would outmaneuver Dalinar if they were just troops on even playing field, but giving the Alethi the thrill gives them a 1-up. So that would push them over the edge because tactics sort of fall out the window when the thrill is involved. The thrill is just makes them fucking basically berserker killing force. So it's an interesting conversation now. It would be more interesting if we didn't fuck up the Storyline Archive, but All right, everybody. Well, I will. We'll see what's up. I'm gonna keep an eye when that game comes out, and keep an eye out. I may try and play something on, stream a game or something here soon. But thanks for hanging out, and another weird night. I don't know why the weird stuff is fucking happening whenever I stream now. So I agree. Yeah. Maybe. Rodel is a yeah, maybe. I don't know. If it depends. It depends, right? I mean, they're high. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I still think just a full regiment of thrilled up Alethi will probably plow through Rodel's troops, unless he's able to stage the battlefield. That's also another quantifier. If Rodel's able to strategize prior to an assault, then he might be able to lay some traps and some tactical mishaps for him. But Rodel, strategist to strategist, Rodel is a better strategist and a better general. I think Rodel Oralda is a better. If you're trying to ask me who's a better general, Rodel Interalda or Dalinar Colin, I go Rodel Interalda every time. In my opinion, I think he's just a better general. He got out of more fucking close calls than fucking anybody in those last few books. So, but yeah, he's. I wish there was more of him. That's the only problem I have with that. I wish that we had more of him. I was glad we got what we did because he was very underused till the end of the series. So it was very nice to have more of him at the end. So I agree with that completely. So, all right, everybody, thank you for hanging out, and hopefully I'll be back soon. Might be Dresden stuff, might be Wheel of Time stuff, might be something different. Who knows? We'll see. I may watch that abysmal Stranger Things show and come complain about it. I don't know. From what Salty showed us, it looks like, well, fun. We'll just say that. So, all right. Good night, everybody. We'll see y'all soon. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks, Sherry. Good night. And we will see you soon. Bye, guys.